Hey everybody, this is Stacy. I have another project I wanted to share with you today for my niece. She is getting married this weekend. And I have all these projects that I am trying to film because they're gifts and I'm trying to take them. I want to take them with me when I go to the wedding, and so I need to film them quickly because I leave tomorrow. But anyways, this is a wedding album that I did for her. I used this paper. It's called Wedding Day. Excuse me. And it is by Paper House. And it is, she's having a country wedding, so I thought this kind of fit the theme of the wedding, but I used 2 of these paper pads. And you can see this is a really large album. This album measures, I think the cover is 10.5 by 10.5 and the spine is 3 inches. And the actual pages are 10 by 10. So I used the wedding day paper, and then I also used a tutorial. One of the ladies that I subscribe to on YouTube, her name is Scrap Queen. You all are probably familiar with her. If you're not, look her up on YouTube. Again, her name, it's under Scrap Queen. And she did a tutorial for an album that she did for a lady, and it was using a lady's diary. And so I kind of modified that because I really liked it and I thought that would be great for a wedding. So I modified that. I had to make it a little bit bigger for this album. So anyways, well, I'll just show you what I did. So on the front cover, I have this covered up because this is their actual wedding invitation and it's their photo and it has the information on it. And so for privacy's sake, I have this covered up, but it was a nice invitation, really cute picture, and I wanted to incorporate that into the album somehow. So I ended up putting on the cover. This is a young couple that's getting married, so it's not too, this album isn't kind of too foo-foo. And like I said, they're having a country wedding. So this is some of the paper from the paper collection here. These are some little of these little corners from Martha Stewart, and I popped some of the paper up on some chipboard, added these little brads, and then on some foam tabs I popped their invitation up on top. So on the side, I hope that comes into focus and you can see that well. I'm not sure if you can. I put a little book plate here. There's a little sticker that I had with love, more of the paper. I went around all the edges with I think it's Tim Holtz Antique Photo Distress ink, and then paper on the back. Like I said, it's not too foo-foo. Anyways, when you open it up, there we go. Now I can lose that. Okay, let me make sure that I can get this in the frame. So this is the first page. There's a pocket here. I put a large photo mat, and I used a die that I had. I did a little trick with the die. The die is actually this shape, and I don't recommend that you do this, but I did anyways. I don't have a lot of edge dies, and what I did was I took a pair of like wire nippers, and I actually cut the die in half so I could use it as an edge. So anyways, you just have to be careful when you do stuff like that. If you're spending a lot of money on dies, I wouldn't recommend it, but I got this die like on clearance pretty cheaply, and it was one of those sets with the different sizes, and so that's what I did. But anyways, moving on. So this is a photo mat that I made, and I put a little embellishment here, filigree from Butterbee Scraps, and then this opens up here. This is also this little, I think it's, I don't know, it might be butterfly. I think it looks like a dragonfly. I think it was really cute. So I put a little brad here, made a little swing tab out of it. That's also from Butterbee Scraps. And this pocket opens, and I did a large journaling tag. I just used cream cardstock on there, left it plain on the back, and I made a little booklet here. So again, you could do some more journaling or add some pictures or something. That closes up. And then I really liked this little bit that she did, and so I kind of copied it the best way that I could. But so this opens up this way, And then there's plenty of room for photos here. And then these are from Butterbee Scraps. I took these little flowers here and I stuck on with glossy accents these little gems. And then this opens again this way. And then there's a large pocket here that I made some photo mats. Okay. And then when I split the paper here and used some washi tape here to kind of go over the seams, but I kind of like the way that looked. So that all clamps down that way. And then you flip it over here. And I took some of the bigger journaling cards and put these on the page by themselves. These are some little elements also from Butterbee Scraps that I just folded in half. That opens up, so there's room for a nice 5x7 here, and she can put a couple of 4x6s here and then do some journaling here. Everything's held down with magnets. More of these little Martha Stewart filigree corners. And then over here there's these little kind of look like envelopes. So this is one of those Martha Stewart pieces again. This is like a little half pearl. I think I got that from Butterbee Scraps as well. And so you open it up this way, and then it flips down and flips up. And then this one does the same. So there's tons of room there. And then this opens up here. So you've got room for 4x6s. I made this to where 99% of the photos they won't even have to cut them down. These will fit full 4x6 photos on these pages. There's a little pocket here that I stuck. This is their information about their reception, so I flipped that over. These are some cutouts from the paper collection. And then this opens up here, and so you've got room for a nice big photo. This album will hold over 60 pictures, which it doesn't look like it, but I went through and recounted a couple times, and it will hold over 60 pictures. So also here is from the paper collection. I went back and forth between the green and the blue. I didn't really like the way they looked together, so I just kind of, if you notice, start out with green, then blue, then we're back to green again. So this flips up. This is another piece from Butterbee Scraps that I folded in half, and then this pulls out, so you've got a nice place to put photos there. Then we have a smaller one. We can put the groom's pictures in here with that one playing on the back, and then a couple of photo mats. And then there's more room in these pockets to put other little things, more photos and things. Then on this side, we've got a swing tab here that pops up, and you pull this out, and here's another little photo book. I left a place to do some journaling. And that will go back in there, I promise. And then this down here, I just wrapped some ribbon around and tied the little heart locket. So you open that up, and this actually, you can move this all out of the way. I had some different ribbon that I had glued down, but it wasn't working out well. So I cut it off and just decided to use this. And this flips up and then down. And then this whole page flips open. So again, room for a nice large photo and some smaller photos here. And then this side, I actually stuck some photo corners in here for her to use. This side, we have a small photo booklet here. There's the bride's pictures. And then we have a couple of larger photo mats here. These will easily fit a 5x7 photo. And then I did another little journaling card. She can write, I don't know, things that she remembers from the day, or she can put, all the guests that were in attendance or whatever. But so I did that. And this is just a belly band here that says Mr. and Mrs. And I cut out some elements from the paper and popped those up on here. And then over here, this is super cute. So these are little tag shapes, obviously. And there's a couple photo mats in here. underneath, and then these are little pockets where we have some photo mats here. And then these flip open, so we can put more photos here and more photos here. This flips open. And there's a little pocket that I made here. I stuck some little tags and another cutout from the paper. And this whole thing flips open like this, which is nice. You have plenty of room for tons of photos in this album. And then finally, the last couple pages, I just left these real simple. That way she could put some more larger photos in here, because you always order different sizes. You don't just get 4x6s. So there's a nice place for a large photo there. Another element from Butterbee Scraps here that I used. And this just flips open. And again, I just left these blank so she can put some larger photos, and especially on the back, because since this is 10.5 by 10.5, she can put an 8x10 photo here. But anyways, that is my wedding album share. And we're going to flip this back over. I hope you guys like it. And yeah, we'll see you next time. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.